Separated by 5 points as a result of the Blues' 2-0 loss to Leeds this past weekend. And Arsenal have been making the most of this holiday stretch with 7 points from their 3 matches, reaffirming their hold on top spot. Rain would play havoc with the Premiership schedule Wednesday. Arsene Wenger and Claudio Ranieri doing their best to stay dry as this match would be played. No protection, though, for the players or the match referee, Rennie. Second minute, Chelsea's Enrique De Luca sets up a glorious scoring opportunity by Hasselbank, but he shoots horribly wide of the target. We'll get the game's first goal in the 8th minute. Pires plays the ball down the left flank to Ashley Cole. Cole looking to Dennis Bergkamp in the middle, and it is 1-0 for Arsenal. But a muted reaction from Bergkamp, considering this was his 100th goal for the Gunners, and here is why. Though it's very hard to see, the ball will actually bounce off Marcel Desailly and then past Carlo Cudicini. It's an own goal, so number 100 will have to wait. Chelsea quick to equalize, and Graham Lassau will test David Seaman, who will cover up the rebound before Hasselbank beats him to the ball. Sylvain Wiltord right in close, but Melchoyo will foil his attempt with a splendid tackle. Middle of your screen, Oleg Luzny will get the elbow up on Lassau, who goes down in a heap, gets the worst of it. Luzny not booked. The video most certainly will be reviewed. Second half, Henry will serve up the ball to Silva for a sure goal, but the Brazilian misfires, still 1-0 for Arsenal. Chelsea would lose Gianfranco Zola with 15 minutes to go after this tackle by Laurent that went unpunished by the referee. Right after that, a 3-on-3 rush. Giovanni Van Bronckhorst will pick the far corner to give Arsenal a 2-goal lead. Just a perfect strike with the left foot from Bronckhorst that caught Cudicini leaning the other way. Hard to believe that's only his 2nd goal. Then 80 seconds later, Henry scores as Cudicini couldn't squeeze the wet ball, and that is his 13th. After a goal like that, you figure the score that, well, that Chelsea were done for the day. But give the Blues credit. They didn't quit. Off the corner, Mario Stanic will score as he beats Seaman with the header. And then just over a minute after that, game on. Seaman can't control the wet ball, and Emmanuel Petit will score on the return to Highbury. On the replay, though, credit Hasselbank for the goal, knocking the ball loose from Seaman. Petit then with the finish. And then in added time, Chelsea should have tied, but Hasselbank unable to get his head on the ball from Gronkia. Really no excuse for Hasselbank for the miss, and Arsenal will hold on for the 3-2 victory.
Arsenal hang on. Chelsea make a game of it. 2 goals.
Manchester United wanted to kick off the new year right, and considering their opponents were Sunderland, the odds were strongly in United's favor of taking the full 3 points. Sunderland are battling the relegation blues, and to make matters worse, they haven't won at Old Trafford since it was called New Trafford. In 1968, I don't know if that's actually true or not, but 68's a long time. David Beckham said in an article that Roy Keane is indeed the true skipper of United. Sunderland scores first. Gavin McCann off the 4th minute, although the ball didn't go clean through.
Against all odds, Sunderland scored the first goal of 2003 in the English Premier League. Birthday, Christmas, New Year, all rolled into one.
This angle gives the best view. McCann's strike off Roy Keane, then Juan Sebastian Veron tries to head it away. Veron's tagged with the own goal, but really he shouldn't because the ball was going in anyway. 1-0. Paul Scholes in the 8th, known to score goals, cracks this one off the post, off the other. Jurgen Macho a little bit lucky as the keeper has the ball end up in his arms. Amazing. Paul Scholes thinking, is this going to be one of those days for me? 22nd minute, free kick for David Beckham. Macho the save again.
There's only one man that can bend it like Beckham.
Beckham with a nice curling ball over the wall, and an equally nice save by Jurgen Macho, still 1-0. Ruud van Nistelrooy was not even a sub. He has an infected toe. Feel sorry for him. Beckham fouled by George McCartney. No card, no free kick, just frustration. 29th, Barthez takes himself out of the match, replaced by Roy Carroll, a suspected injury for Barthez. United still looking for their first. Beckham to Roy Keane, who would spin and strike wide. Well wide. He's got to work on that. Just before the half, Scholes with the chance. It takes a deflection. Jurgen Macho, yet another save. 1-0 after 45. Second half, 55th, Varane with the chance.
Oh, Varane saw that. It was great vision. Macho tried to cheat a little bit. Tiptoed a little further than he should have done. Exquisite control.
66, Beckham with the cross to the far post. It's Rio Ferdinand who's stopped by Jurgen Macho. United still looking for their first goal. Beckham then in the corner working on McCartney, gives him a wicked boot. Graham Pohl, the referee, would come over, and a card was suspected for Beckham as Pohl comes over. And you can see Beckham saying, I was just going for the ball. No card. 81st, Beckham scores.
He is the man.
Beckham scores his second goal in as many games, match tied at 1. United were all over Sunderland in the second half. 89th, Forlan.
Forlan gets in there. Oh, incredible. It's not over yet, though, for Sunderland. Solskjaer, Macho, hangs on to that ball as if it's his very own, and he deserves it.
Macho made huge saves, but Sunderland couldn't hold on any longer. Paul Scholes.
Manchester United get the winner. Paul Scholes. Typical Manchester United.
Scholes with the game winner. United take the full 3 points as they beat Sunderland. A final of 2-1.
Second of the 90 minutes, Paul Scholes gets the winning goal. They're back in business.
Well, Newcastle and Liverpool, the last match of the day in the Premiership, and for the Magpies, St. James's Park has definitely been their advantage. They've won 8 straight at home, and Alan Shearer's tied for the league leading goals with 13. Wednesday, they were facing a Reds team still reeling from their free fall from the top of the table. Gerard Houlier's side have earned just 4 points from their last 9 Premiership matches, 3 of those points overcoming in their last 4 games. Go to the stadium there, £100,000, over $160,000 US, spent on covering the pitch to ensure that there was a game played after 2 days of steady rain. Even after the tarp was removed, you know, they had to check. And Sir Bobby Robson, delighted when informed by Dermot Gallagher, game on. Pitch is scheduled to be ripped up anyway starting Thursday. Today it was simply good enough. 12th minute, John Arnie Risa is called for bringing down Alan Shearer. Fortunately, it was just outside the box. Risa had no argument with that call, unlike the one on the weekend. Robert to take the kick, and the Liverpool wall comes apart right in front of the keeper, Chris Kirkland. 1-0 Newcastle. Just how bad was the first line of defense? Pretty atrocious. Diouf and Barosh bailing. The ball actually going off Barosh's hip by Kirkland. Kirkland taking no chances after that. Comes well out to challenge Acuna to make the save. Alan Shearer with 13 goals. And a number of kicks from this distance have gone in for him. But this one, well, it didn't miss by much. Liverpool with only really 1 good chance in the first half. But Andy Griffin with the good defensive play to clear the ball away from harm's way. Things definitely looking bleak for Gerard Houllier and assistant Phil Thompson, and didn't get any better in the second half. Yao picks up his second booking and an ejection from the game. Reds down to 10 men.
Liverpool down to 10 men.
Added time, and there would be one last chance for Shearer to score, and this time Kirkland forced to make the save and up to the challenge. Now Shearer may not have scored in this game, but you know what? He was going to make sure that Liverpool wasn't going to score as well, as he plays keep away with not 1, but 2 players from the Reds.
Keep an eye on this.
Yes, just walks away. But even in victory, Bobby Robson says Newcastle are not a threat to win the Premiership.
I don't think we can win it. You know, I think Arsenal and Man United are just that bit ahead of us. I mean, Liverpool were, but obviously they're having this bizarre run. We have the quality, and we make mistakes, and we lose a little bit of concentration, and we curse our luck sometimes, and not down to luck, but we have to do better away from home. If we could do better away from home, we would chase Arsenal and Manchester United. We really would, because, in all honesty, we are equal to what they are at home. In fact, we might be slightly better than they are in their respective places, you know. And it'll be a very good team who will come here to beat us. It'll have to take an outstanding team with our quality our work ethic and our commitment, and obviously our motivation.
Bobby Robson saying that they won't win the premiership. That's a sign of a good manager. Keep the expectations.